Hey, family, it's Michael Bazin. How you doing? Welcome to Your Body's Your Temple series. You know, when I was on the radio for years, one of the things I enjoyed doing was talking about health and fitness. So I created this feature called Your Body is Your Temple. And one of the things I wanted to do with the series is to focus on health, to focus on, eating healthy, particularly in African American community. You know, sometimes we have our challenges. And I should have took some of that advice myself, I guess, because as I shared with you guys last year, that I had this issue with diabetes. Yes, man, I caught the sugar, as we call it back in the day. I found out that I developed sugar diabetes. Sugar diabetes. See, that's old school right there. And diabetes, and it was really shocking to me because, like many of you all, you think you're eating healthy, you think you're doing the right thing, and as it turns out, I was not. So that was almost a year ago. Obviously, I got it under control. I'm working out and eating healthy. And you know what they say? They say that eating healthy is 70% of the game when it comes to, being in better shape and working out. Well, that other 30% is still about fitness. And for many of you all, I see you all getting your exercise on. I see you turning your garages into gyms, and that's very creative. And many people, of course, because of COVID, are working out at home. And so some people are self-motivated. They can do it themselves, but other people need a little encouragement. They need a little motivation. Some of y'all need a drill sergeant, right? But if you can't do it yourself and you need that extra motivation, maybe it's time to look at a virtual training. And we know that virtual training has blown up, it's just exploded for the obvious reason because of the pandemic. And so I thought it would be a good idea to start inviting, fitness people on, gurus or virtual trainers or whatever you want to call them, to give us some advice on how we could how we can stay in shape. Because look, this pandemic is not going to be over anytime soon. I mean, not for people to feel comfortable going to the gym. So I want to introduce you guys to a young lady I think is going to be a star in this field. I want you all to check out my girl, Kyra Hamilton, or Kyra Fitness, as she likes to be called. And she has a challenge that she has going on that I want you all to check out, and she's going to come on and talk to you all about it. You can see she's doing an incredible job of taking care of herself. She didn't always look like this, family. And her and my manager got together and pulled some of these shots. And we're going to show you later on some of the before and after pictures of some of her clients as well. But as you can see, it's all about being fit. She's going to talk about some of the occasions that women and men are trying to get fit for. That after COVID body, everybody's working on it, right? And we're going to talk to her about, the challenge itself and everything we need to do to get, to look better and be in better shape. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kyra to the show. How you doing, lady? What's going on?
Hi, everyone. My name is Kyra, otherwise known as Kyra Fitness, and I'm so excited to have you guys joining us today.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you, family. I know that little small package, she'll kill you. She'll hurt you. Maybe I shouldn't say that, Kyra. I shouldn't tell them you're going to hurt them, right?
Yeah, no, maybe not. But
it's not about hurting them. What is it about? What is the challenge about? And what is being a virtual trainer about and being effective with it?
The challenge is about kickstarting your fitness journey. So I want to help you guys to build the tools and the knowledge and meal planning information that you need in order to be successful long term.
One of the things that I talked to, because I interviewed talked to a lot of my friends prior to having you on, and a lot of them said that some people have preferences with male and female trainers because and I'm sure you've heard this before, right? Being a trainer that, the men are tougher and the men are more, you know what I'm saying? That they push you harder. What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, no, I don't think that's true at all. I train men and women, probably an equal amount of men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, the basics of fitness and health are the same, no matter if you're male, female, this old, this young, whatever it is, the basics are the basics for everyone. And I'm able to help everyone.
Let me tell you exactly what they said, Kara. I got to break it down and tell you why they said many women prefer the male trainers. And I want you to address each and every one of these. They said sometimes the male trainers, they said, are more, what is the term she used? I wrote it down. They push you harder. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, no, I push everyone hard.
You don't think there's a lack of empathy? Like they see the man as being less nurturing. In fact, one of my friends actually used that word, less nurturing, that they're going to push you harder because they're not being sympathetic as a trainer.
I think that's possible, but it's my job as a trainer to kind of assess what each client needs and what's going to be the most motivating for each person. You know, some women, they may really prefer for you to be really tough and no
Mm-hmm.
excuses. And other women may prefer that, you know, you're able to hear them out and help them through whatever it is they need so that they can continue on with their fitness journey.
And what about the expression? She said that the male trainers are less judgmental. I didn't get an exact idea of what she meant by that, but what did you think she meant by that?
Interesting. I would say that that maybe is from her own personal experience. I'd like to think that I am not judgmental, and the other female trainers I know aren't judgmental, but I can see where, you know, she may have had a bad experience before.
And what about less chatty, which I thought was pretty stereotypical to assume that women are going to somehow engage you more?
Yes, I could see that maybe men are a little bit less chatty, but yeah, it all depends. Whatever the client needs. Some clients like to chat when they work out, and others really don't. So,
So that's just about being compatible with the trainer, regardless if it's a male or a female.
yes, but it's also up to the trainer to be compatible with each client, to learn each
Mm-hmm.
client's needs.
So let me ask you about this. I want to talk about some of your clients because, you know, this is something that everybody's dealing with. We talked about COVID, which is a big deal, Kyra. COVID has really impacted a lot of people's health. Talk to me about, I'm going to go through some of your clients here. Tell me about them and what the objective was.
Sure. So all the client photos that you guys are going to see are clients from previous 4-week fitness challenges. And so what you're seeing here on the screen now is a 4-week difference. This is also
Mm-hmm.
a 4-week difference. Mhm.
Okay. What about this one here?
4-week difference, yes.
That's 4 weeks.
Yes.
And what about this young man?
4 weeks.
It's all, so that's what it's based on, just getting them through the 4 weeks and have this big difference, this impact.
Yes. And this is another 4-week challenge member. So it's to give you the tools and the knowledge you need to kind of kickstart your journey, get started. And then if you want to continue on doing more challenges with me or sign up for one-on-one coaching, that is also an option. But
What
the
is, go ahead, Kira. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
the meal planning guide is set up in a way where it gives you a lot of options. And although the guide is for the 4-week challenge, you can continue on to use those basic nutrition principles and carry it through your fitness journey.
So I worked out today. I'm not too swole. I wanted to make sure I hit the gym before I came on so you didn't make me look too bad today. But COVID really had an impact on me. And I was sharing a story. You heard me talk about it at the beginning about what happened with diabetes. And Kara, I got to tell you, I thought I was in great shape. But, you know, it doesn't take a little slip to really fall into bad eating habits and not working out. And then your body just starts adding on that fat. What has been your experience working with your people now during COVID?
During COVID, it definitely made me have to grow and work harder as a trainer because, you know, here we are where all these different things in your life are changing, whether, you know, maybe you're working less or not working at all, or, you know, all these things that were happening. And so I really had to shift and make sure that I was there for my clients, both emotionally and physically. And then, you know, having to only do workouts that you can complete at home, which ended up giving people amazing results, as you can see from these previous 4-week challenges. And
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the home training. Me personally, before COVID, I used to always work out at the gym. And now after COVID, well, I guess we're still kind of in COVID, but now that we've been through it for a year,
Right.
my training styles have changed. And now I'm like, oh, I want to do the home workouts. I want to do my challenges.
Right, because you don't want all this time to pass and try to get back in the gym in June or July when you want to have that body. And I want to talk about some of the events that people try to get themselves prepared for and how you can help them do that. But before I do, I want to talk about some of the stories that some of your clients may be sharing with you about why they're working out. The story you shared with me about the woman who wanted to go hiking with her friends. Share that with my family.
Yes. So one of my clients, her friends always go hiking and she always wanted to go, but she felt really insecure. She thought, oh, I don't want to go and hold them back and I'm just going to stay at home. And she always missed out on this weekend event that her whole friends group would do. And then after doing one of my challenges, she realized, oh, all I have to do is just try, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I just have to put in the effort and believe in myself and I'll be able to do it. And then after the challenge, she did her first hike with her friends and it was no problem. She wasn't nearly as out of breath as she thought. She completed it. She had a great time. And now she goes out of her way on Sundays to make sure that she is continuing to do the hikes, to do the walking, because now it's fun. She realizes that she can do it.
I mean, obviously, we all want to look good, as we get to the summer, we want to look good. Some of the occasions that people come to you for, because a lot of my family members are looking at us right now, having this conversation. They're trying to prepare for what? What type of events are people telling you they're trying to get prepared for that you can help them out even in a short time, like 4 weeks?
So women, for the most part, they like to prepare for events such as weddings, vacations, things like that. Maybe a summer body.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Versus,
that, what about how many women actually admit, and ladies, I don't mean to sound sexist. I just want to put this out there. How many women is like, I want to look good for my guy and also for themselves too, Kyra?
yeah. I've had quite a few women say that too. It's, maybe they want to wear some certain outfit, some specific crop top, things like that, and they've never quite felt confident to rock it. And I do want to be clear that no matter where you're at in your fitness journey, you should feel confident to rock whatever outfit you want,
True
wear what
that.
you feel great in it. But still, that's easier said than done. And it's also easier if you feel confident and healthy from the inside out.
Aren't you impressed by what you're seeing about women who are, I like to call them my old school sisters, or just women who are mature women who are taking care of themselves? Like Angela Bassett has, like, everybody really appreciates, right? Angela Bassett's her look. And a lot of women are looking for that look now, and they can have it. In fact, they do have it. I have a lot of followers who work out religiously. And ladies, I see you all posted on your stories, the little storyline on Facebook and Instagram. They're posting some beautiful pictures. So women at any age, let's talk about the age issue. They can look good at any age. And let's make this clear first. Kyra didn't always look like this. And I want you to make it clear to them that the dedication is the same regardless of the age.
Yes, definitely. And in fact, I've trained multiple women in their 40s and 50s, even a couple in their early 60s, and it is never too late to make a difference. I think everyone has maybe seen that picture circulating of, I forget her name, an older Black lady who's very, very fit. And she's like,
Oh, wait a minute. You're not talking about Ernestine Shepherd, are you?
exactly.
That's
Yes,
my girl right there. Everybody loves Ernestine.
exactly. And I don't think she even started working out until she was
She
in
was
her
in her 50s.
50s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is never too late. And on top of that, there are multiple benefits to fitness that aren't just physical. It also, from a health standpoint, it improves sleep. You feel you're more energized during the day, things like that.
Sex.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, honestly, right? I mean, it's about for men, it's circulation. Being active is very important. I'm just being honest. That's true.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah. And let's talk about, even for me, I know that for me personally, being a public person, I want to look good. I want to talk about fitness and not be fit, right? But there's a lot of occupations, Kyra. I don't know if you have realtors or, whether a woman is in corporate America, whether or not your clients are sharing with you how their body image can affect their bottom line.
Yes, unfortunately, that is the case too. And I experienced that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a professional dancer. And when I first started auditioning, I wasn't really getting a lot of attention. And, I naturally kind of had a curvier frame in a career where it maybe is a bit better to be very skinny or have
Mm-hmm.
like straight sort of frame. And so I always felt out of place and kind of overlooked. And then once I got in shape and, started seeing muscle definition, tone, and things like that, people started paying attention to me and saying, okay, she's probably a good dancer because I can see that she takes care of herself and stuff like
Right.
that. It really helped me to launch that aspect of my career.
And it is. I know why you paused when I said, it's unfortunate. Like you shouldn't have to, look a certain way to, if you're competent. But I think we all know we live in a very environment where people are very visual, and they realize that looking better does, help their careers even in corporate America. So let's talk about some of the exercises that you want to demonstrate, because everybody can't make it to the gym. This is one of the benefits of the challenge, one of the specifics of it that we wanted you to reach out to people about. Everybody doesn't have weights, but there's still a way to get in really great shape without physical weights.
Yes, exactly.
So what do you want to show them?
I'd like to show you guys a squat progression today. So to kind of give you an idea of how the challenge sort of progresses as the time goes on. So do you want me to go ahead and stand up now?
Absolutely.
Okay, sure.
Because this is, people don't have weights. I'm fortunate enough to have a weight set, a system, but most people just have their bodies. So it's called body weight. What is it called, Kyra?
Yes, it's all body weight training in the program. Today, I'm going to demonstrate to you a squat progression. So normally we would do a warm up before any of the workouts, but I'll show you. So say in week 1, we're going to start doing a nice squat, squatting down.
That's as far as you got to go? Because a lot of people think they have to go all the way down.
You definitely do have to go a little further. Sorry, I'm not too warmed up here, but yes.
That's honest.
You're going to want to get your hips at least about 90-degree angle, and you can get nice and low and come up.
Now, how many of these are we talking about? Because you do have to be warmed up.
Yes, you do have to warm up. You always have to warm up your glutes and your core and all that stuff before you get into any leg workout. But yeah, so a squat should be at least hips parallel to your knees. And so you would start with that and say maybe you would do 3 sets of 10 squats.
That's typical, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're going to squat and you're going to have a little pulse in your squat, and then you're going to come back up and squat again and pulse and come back up.
And what is the benefit of the pulse?
So it increases the time that your muscles are under tension.
Okay.
You get that nice burn. And when you're at your lowest part of your squat, that's when your glutes are the most fired up. That's when they work the most. So just adding that extra little bounce at the bottom is really going to help you get your glutes nice and burning.
Hey, Kyra, do you ever use a weight jacket to add weight? They can do that, right?
Yes, I do have a weight vest, actually.
A weight vest. Okay. What else? What else you got?
Yeah, and so the people in my challenge who are maybe more advanced, need a little bit of an extra challenge. You can pick up any object at your house, even if you don't have weights, and use that. So one thing that I was using at the start of the pandemic was jugs of water and things like that, because those have a decent amount of weight. And yeah, I mean, you have multiple options. I've seen people use, as silly as wine bottles. But also,
Kyra, I don't know how much money your family had coming up, but in the hood, see that we get real creative in the hood. That water jug is actually a great idea. On calf raises, let me ask you a personal question on calf raises, because a lot of people just do their regular calf raises when they don't have equipment, right? But I know if you get more of an angle, right? So like you can put your foot on a book, right? And right, talk to me about that.
Yeah, I love calf raises, and that was actually going to be one of the things that I was going to show you guys today as well.
Go ahead.
Another way that we progress. Here, let me lower this just a little bit to make sure you guys can see everything. And so in order for us to progress into maybe like a jump squat or something, third week, we would squat down. Come up, you're going to go into a calf raise. What we were just talking about. And squat down again. And then
are you holding that, or just kind of coming down naturally? You're not holding.
Yes, just coming down naturally, or it depends. Just for the purposes of demonstration, I'm kind of going through it a little bit slower than you would probably actually do.
Gotcha.
So then after that, once you've mastered that, then we'd have you do, a squat, and then you would jump.
I see you doing a lot of those on the Instagram. Are those very effective?
Yes, they are effective. It's called plyometrics. Anytime you do an exercise that involves you jumping, and it really fires up your muscles, and in some cases can be a replacement for weight. It kind of gives your body that extra.
Extra resistance.
Yes.
Okay. What else? What else we're gonna do?
Oh, sure. So let's see. For an ab day, I always like to do, you normally have at least 2 ab workout days each week. And at the end of those ab days, you do a plank and then you post how long you were able to hold your plank. It's like a bonus plank exercise. So it's kind of a nice competition. Everyone can see how your planks can progress and, if you can plank longer than somebody else and things like that. So go ahead.
Right. See those planks, boy. Oof. Those are some killers. Even staying in that position. So that's a plank. A lot of people believe, family, that you got to get down on your elbows to do a plank, but you don't.
You can do that as well. It depends. Yep, you can do
Either or.
You just want to make sure that your core is engaged and your glutes are nice and engaged and you're keeping everything in a straight line. And then maybe the second week, you'll do a side plank.
Oh, hell, I ain't doing that. You ain't killing me.
And
then look at some of you. I know some of you all were like, Kyra, I was with you on the two hand. Wow. I know I'm not about to embarrass myself. You all see me I'm gonna do this because you all can't see. Give me a second, Kyra. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
If you all hear me scream, it's because I killed myself because of Kyra. Oh, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's more of the weight on your arm, I think, than it is the core. Here's a question.
Okay.
I was told that you can never, the abdominal muscle is the only one you can't overwork. Is that true?
Interesting. No, I believe that all muscles can be overworked. And I definitely don't recommend training every day. You do need at least one rest day, even if that's an active rest day. So in my challenge, you do have active rest days. So on days that you're not working out, you try to get your steps in.
Okay.
At least
so I'm sorry, Kyra, go ahead.
No problem. That's
so
it.
run me through what's going to happen when the people reach out to you. If they want to start their virtual training, I'll show you guys again. If you just tuned in, and Kyra, you can talk to them about the results that they can get in 4 weeks. Tell them how the program will work.
Just move my
the challenge.
Yes. So in the program, if you email me and say, okay, I'm ready to sign up, or if you go ahead and sign up through my website, then you get an email where I ask you a few questions and I give you the link to get into a Facebook group. So the challenge is hosted within a Facebook group, which is great because you really have that community support. So you can post your meals in there, you can post your progress pictures, that you were sore, or maybe, oh, you need more help with this exercise, stuff like that. And everyone can kind of jump in and be like, oh, go girl, like you did so great.
Right. And women have been encouraging, I don't even want to talk about the people who may be negative about it because that's not really important to me or my followers. But I love the fact that women are very encouraging to each other. I have friends who work out, and women are doing this a lot now on their Instagram or Facebook. They're live on their, when they're exercising to encourage their friends to do the same. Well, it's just some of their followers. And it is encouraging for a lot of women to see women who are not in the, perfect, model shape, get in that damn gym and try to get better.
Yes, exactly. And one of the best things that I had heard from a previous challenge member, actually my last challenge just finished about a week ago. This is very recent. And she was living in Texas at the time that, all the stuff happened and the weather. And
yeah, that was crazy.
And she realized, she was like, I had no power. I couldn't go to work. I couldn't do all these things, but I still had my workouts because of you. I was still able to do something. And otherwise she would have just, sat around all day, just being like, it's cold. I don't know what to do. It was really, really rough in certain parts of Texas.
Yeah. You got to be committed. That's the one thing I want to make sure we're clear on, because I have someone who wants to talk to you before I bring them in. It's my cousin. She even chimed in and wants to talk to you and tell you some encouraging things before I bring her on. we got to talk about the discipline. In fact, let me bring Erica on. I know she wants to say hello to you. This is my incredible cousin. She's amazing. I love her to death. What's up, cuz? How you doing?
Hello, how are you, cuz?
So you saw, what did you think about, first of all, say hello to Kyra. You all say hello. What did you think?
Okay, well, I wasn't, hello there. I'm just seeing you. Okay, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. So I'm just being brought in. You said your name is Kyra?
Yes.
Also, you missed it. I meant to tell you to watch on Facebook, Erica. So you've been listening, but you haven't been able to.
I
When you're in
haven't
the
been able
waiting room,
to.
I'm so new to Zoom, Erica. When you're in the waiting room, can you hear or see?
I cannot. So
God dog it. I should have told you to go to Facebook, but go ahead.
That is okay. I can jump right in. But you looking great, and I understand that you are new to personal training, right?
Yes, personal training, all virtual right now with COVID and all that stuff.
Okay.
So Erica, go ahead, Erica, go ahead.
My question always is someone getting started in anything they're passionate about is really, what is your why? What inspired you?
You know, it's really interesting. I started working out just for me because I really enjoyed it. And then other people started to notice like how much I liked it, how passionate I was at it, how good I was at it. And so people started saying, oh, can I go to the gym with you? Can you give me health advice? Have you ever thought about being a trainer? And it was really just so many people had asked me, are you a trainer? Have you thought about it? How can I work with you? They kept asking me. And I went to this business seminar in London. And one thing that the guy said that stuck with me, the speaker, is he said, sometimes the thing that you're best at, you don't even know because you love it. And you're
about that.
You're just living your life, you're just enjoying it. You're just good at it. And it takes other people in your life saying, oh, wow, you're really good at that. This is where you're strong. This is what you should be doing to kind of make you realize, oh, wait a second. You're right. If I love it this much, this is what I should do.
And a lot of women get approached like that when they work out. A lot of my followers who work out, and you know who you are, you all post some great videos. People approach them all the time saying, are you a trainer? Are you a trainer? And they're not, but they could be if they have the dedication and commitment. And Erica, that's what I was saying to Kyra. And I want you to chime in on this because, you're involved in fitness and yoga. You got to have a commitment and you got to have a consistency.
Yes.
Absolutely. And it's obvious that you look great, and I can see why people would ask you that. The other side of that is you live a lifestyle, right? We also know that there's a lot of great looking people out there. So it's something deeper, right? To actually have you turning into a profitable business. What sets you apart in the fitness world? What makes you so special?
I think it's because what sets me apart is that I am well-traveled, I would say. And I have trained people from all walks of life and heard all different kinds of stories. And I really think that I'm able to understand each individual client because I am such a people person, because I have met so many different people and things and lived in all these different places. And so I think that's what sets me apart is really understanding everybody and their needs.
What I wanted to do, Erica, and you and I'll be talking about doing some stuff with yoga and all the things you're involved with. I mean, right now, with people coming out of COVID, and this is a great time to bring Kyra on and start Your Body's Your Temple. People want to be their best version of themselves now. The one thing in this pandemic, I think is demonstrated to all of us, and this is from the Hard family, is that we realize life is short. We don't know how much time we have, and health is everything, Erica. And now people's attitude is, as a result of COVID, an unexpected benefit is that people want to be their very best now.
Absolutely.
Speak to Erica, and I'll let Kyra close. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. And it's been so inspiring to see all the people during COVID who have kind of made that realization that you said and said, okay, you know what, I'm going to use this free time to really take control of my health, my body, my temple, as you say. So yeah.
Final thoughts, Erica?
Final thoughts is to understand your platform. What makes us all so unique, and more than anything in a pandemic and us, is what's going on in the inside. How, if we are able to get up and function and actually pursue those passions. So I love what you're doing, Michael, bringing all these great folks to the forefront, because there is no time to waste. There's no
Right.
try, only do. So Michael, thank you for always being such an amazing example. And I just know we're going to see a lot from Kyra moving forward.
Thanks, cuz. Looking forward to having you on. The other trainers who are watching right now, looking forward to having you guys on. I know you all do some things different, as Erica said. There's something
Right.
special about the way you do it. And Kyra, I thought it was very important. And you and I connected long before you reached out to my manager, right? It was like really crazy. I was like, I was really encouraging for you. And then you hooked up to do this. I think it is so important, even younger women. Here's the thing, Erica and Kyra, younger women are having weight and health issues now. This is not a 40, 50, 60-year-old thing, Kyra. Young women, my daughter and she's only 30 years old. My daughter's only 30 years old. And she's like, Dad, I really want to, be better and be stronger. So this is not a wait until you get older issue. This is a young woman's issue as well, Kyra.
Yes, definitely. I fully agree.
So one more time, thank you, Erica. I'll be in touch with you. Good to see you, cuz.
Great to see you too. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure, always. Looking forward to seeing you. Tell the family I said what's up.
You know I will. Talk to you
All right.
soon. All right.
So, Kyra, I want to end with you. What do you want to say to the family about the challenge, how they can reach out to you, and let's wrap it up and let them get busy contacting you?
Sure. Firstly, I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in. I had an amazing time doing this chat. And if you guys want to work with me, you can go ahead and look up my website. It's KyraFitnessInc.com. And that's where you can take a direct link into the challenge. I'll be by my phone all day. I can already see it in the corner. It keeps buzzing. So I'll get back to everyone's emails. And yeah, if you guys want to join my challenge, it starts on Monday. So I highly recommend getting started as quickly as possible. And I can't wait to help you guys kickstart your fitness journey.
Hey, Kyra, are you interested in connecting with other trainers? Is there like a trainers group,
Yes, I always love to connect with other trainers. One of the best things about being a trainer is knowing that you know a lot, right? But you can always learn more. And so I love to connect with other trainers and learn all about their different techniques and things like that. It only makes you better. So yes, other trainers, please feel free to reach out to me, make some good connections, and yeah.
Let me just say this in closing. Kyra, I'm going to tell you now in front of everybody what I told you in private. I'm proud of you. I think it's very important for women of all ages to not only, as you said, worry about looking good, but also feeling good. But we know a lot of feeling good comes from looking better and feeling good about that reflection in the mirror. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for helping your clients and all the people that you're going to help as a result of this. And I'm looking for big things from you. So don't stop. Don't ever stop pursuing your dream to the max.
Awesome. Never stop.
Thank you, Kyra. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.